Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Chicagoland Speedway. We'll go ahead and transfer to the live feeds in just a second, but welcome to the Chicagoland Speedway in Joliet, Illinois, for the fourth till last, I believe, race of PRA Season 4. I am your host, Crimson_Incel, here with my two co-commentators for today's event, Stormy.
Yeah, man. This is my home racetrack, so I'm excited to see this one.
Yeah, and Ally, who I think is AFK.
No, I'm here.
Oh, hi. All right. Well, an exciting day. It's going to be a day and tonight race here in the Chicagoland Speedway. We have 8 cars ready to take on this 1.5 mile beast. Real starting on the pole, DB second, and Rich with his best qualifying run of the season, starting third. Then we have Core subbing for Carter. We have Savage. We have Aiden, Napa, and then that number 8 car. That's Vic. A lot of the good guys we're seeing further back, and a lot of the not as good guys we're seeing further up front. Kind of strangely, kind of reversed looking thing. And what is this 9 car doing? Can you get back to your really, dude? What are you doing? You have to go? Oh, okay. Yeah, just like pull it into the infield, come back when you finish eating. I'll like start you from the rear end of the field. That's not what I was saying. That's not what I'm saying. Okay, I'll put you to the rear end of the field and back on the lead lap, like at the time of next caution, once you come back, Core. Alright? Okay. But anyways, I guess let's start our grid walk. We'll interview a few cars, and then we'll get started, shall we?
Yeah.
Alright then. Well, let's start with our pole sitter in the number 48 IR Motorsports machine. That being Real. He's had an up and down season. I believe the last time he started on pole in the Daytona 150, he of course won that race. We of course looked back at that in our most recent YouTube short. But Real in this number 48 for IR Motorsports. Hi, how are you doing? You are muted.
My bad.
Hi, how are you doing? Oh,
Doing good,
crap!
Starting
Wait.
in pole position. Did you?
Wait, hold on, I'm checking something.
Ah, you forgot it.
No, I didn't. Bro, wait, hold on. Did you have it muted or something, bro?
I've what muted?
I'm checking with Aiden, because, like, he's saying, oh, I can't hear them in stream. Because it's... What do you mean? Bro, they introduced themselves. Did you not hear their They're not talking right now.
I'm here.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Hold on. Gosh, okay. Already making things difficult. Alright. Sorry, hi, how are you doing?
Doing good here. Beautiful Saturday afternoon for me. 'Cause it's 4 o'clock over here still.
Yeah, of course. You're starting on the
Rich.
pole position for the first time in a while. Is that kind of relieving, knowing you have that speed today and starting on the pole position in Chicago?
Yeah. Especially when people like Laser aren't racing. Although he's one of my best friends. Rich.
Rich, can you just
Rich, I
stand by your car? Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
I want to dance.
Well, that's of course great. And Stormy, you have any questions for this 48?
Nope.
What about you, Ally?
No.
Okay. Thank you for your time, Real.
Alright, before I go, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Also subscribe to Incel's channel. We're both trying to grow here. Anyway,
And red, he's making his return. Did my keyboard just die? No, it didn't.
We
Okay.
didn't know that.
It didn't. Okay.
Hey, Real, how are they supposed to know what your channel is if you don't say it?
Yeah.
It's at Real Chris the Racer.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. There you go. All right. Go ahead and rejoin VC. I want you to rejoin VC Real. Thank you. Next up, we'll do DB. We'll like cover this front row, and then we'll do like maybe one more car further back. I feel like that's good enough. So let's go ahead and interview this number 3 car of DB, making his front row start here today from Joliet, Illinois. Hello, DB. How are you doing today?
Y'all go to your spot.
You are also muted. Can you guys stand next to your cars? Like, seriously, please.
I'm doing pretty good.
I'll TP. Yeah, stay next to your cars. Thank you. Sorry. That's great. Well, starting on the front row on the outside, do you think you'll be able to get that outside lane jump? You know it's hard, but do you think you can do that today?
Yeah, on the restarts, I feel like I could maybe not get the best restart, but maybe like slide into the inside line and then hopefully march my way up to the front. Maybe putting the bumper on some drivers, maybe to get past them if I really have to. But I really want to win. I didn't attend Mugello, and I got a terrible finish at Dover, so I really want this race to be a massive turnaround. So yeah, it'd be really nice if I could get a win.
All right then. Any questions for DB, Stormy?
Yeah, obviously here with a brand spanking new scheme, we haven't seen this in a brand spanking new one, but one we haven't seen here in a while. Obviously, want to get that in victory lane, but I know you're kind of a little bit behind, obviously, with the 2 races that you weren't here for, didn't finish well. You're obviously trying to rebound in points here, right?
Sure. Really, I just want to get at least a top 3. That would really turn my points around.
Yeah.
And, of course, a win would be amazing.
Yeah, especially here in the chase. There's only 4 races left, including this one, so you gotta try and get back up in points. Put yourself back in contention here in this 3 car after missing and performing horribly in 2 of those races there. Of course,
Yeah.
Dover wasn't fully your fault. Lots of stuff happened, so just gonna try and rebound here. Ally, you have any questions for DB?
Nope.
All right then. Well, thank you for your time. Good luck out there today. Go ahead and rejoin
Thanks.
VC. Okay, he's back. All right. First person of the people I didn't interview to say E. Savage. Okay. We're going to be interviewing this number 77. Very up and down chase for him. He, of course, missed out on that win in Dover, and then Mugello, of course, points penalties, and he was ramming people. A very just bad show of maturity and performance from the 77. But hello, Savage. How you doing today?
Good. Everything's great.
All right. Well, you're starting about mid-pack behind the top 3. You'll be on the outside on the start of this race. Do you think you can get that outside lane jump?
Yeah, probably if the guys in front of me go, then everything will be great.
Mm-hmm.
All right then. Any questions for Savage here, Storm?
Yeah, obviously last week you had obviously a rough go at it. You were wrecking other people. People were wrecking you. Obviously, a guy got even kicked out of the league even because of it. Other things, craziness happening. I mean, you got to be a little frightened for this race, right? I mean, people got to be kind of aggravated at you, maybe even real. Maybe, Karinga, maybe, obviously he's out at the moment, but he's going to be back later. Is that going to be a thing you're going to be kind of watching through the race?
Koringa, he said after the race he was chill with me, but main concern is probably, I'd say Napa, because he's closest to me in points right now, and I want to maintain that chase lead all the way through to Homestead.
Thank you.
All right then, and of course, one final question. Of course, starting mid-pack, kind of disappointing qualifying run. You were slower than Rich. But you've had an all right performance. You have a good track record at these intermediates. Do you think you can turn that momentum you have of solid finishes at these intermediates? Do you think you can turn that into a win here today, or what's your expectation here from Chicagoland, especially with that little bit of experience you do have from the few laps of pre-race practice and from those 2 public fun races we hosted earlier in the week?
Well, honestly, if I get a win, then it'll all be great. Everything will be great after that. And hope to get a top 3. Maybe second or first. That'll help me a lot in points. Finish good in the stages. If we do that, then it'll all be great.
All right then, thank you for your time. Go ahead and rejoin VC. All right then, well, we're ready to get racing here. From Chicagoland for the 4th to last race in 2024. We should probably go ahead and take cover, but stages, 40 laps for stage number 1, stage number 2, another 40 laps, so it'll end on lap 80, and stage 3, that final stretch, lap 81 to 133, or whenever this race ends, if we happen to get an overtime finish. Pace speed will be 90 miles an hour, but before that, of course, we have the national anthem, and we have the command to start your engines. So, without any further ado, please, oh wait, hold on, we're gonna actually have to wait a second. Gonna have to wait a second, I need to vote for the bot. And then, we'll get the national anthem started. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to play that, and I almost guarantee it's going to say vote, where then we'll vote, and then it'll be great. We'll now vote. We've voted. Alright. Please stand and remove your hats for the national anthem of the United States of America.
Woo!
And now, it's going to be... Alright, first one of the commentators to, let me, S-Lock, Kick Connor. No, Kick Connor. Alright, first commentator to say E
E.
in chat.
I can't type.
Oh,
He wins.
that's unfair. That's unfair then. Okay, it's gonna be Stormy.
No, just give it to him. I did it last week.
Oh, okay. Alright, it'll be Ally. Alright, and now, from the Chicagoland Speedway, it is time for the command to start your engines, presented by commentator for the Peak Racing Association, loyal friend of mine, and overall just a pretty cool dude. Ally!
Drivers, start your engines.
As all 8 engines get fired up here from the Chicagoland Speedway. This is gonna be a fun one. 133 laps of action in the Peak Racing Association as we wait on Aiden, of course, to start his engine here. And he's the only guy I think we're waiting on. Is he... Oh, no. Alright then. Well, we of course will retreat to the safety of the pit boxes. I'd prefer you be in a pit box rather than standing on one, Ally, for looks. Alright then. Well, we're gonna get a good view of the finish, especially from here. So, alright. So now we're just waiting on Aiden to get in, but pace speed will be 90 miles an hour from Chicago. It's gonna be an interesting one. 133 laps. Not pacing yet, because we're waiting on people. Why'd you get out of your car? Get in your car, Nappa, and stay in it.
Just common sense.
We're gonna wait on Aiden. I think Aiden might be AFK. We'll give him a minute or two longer. But anyway, I mean, picks to win, I guess. Oh, he's back,
I mean, you
okay.
brought it up.
Coringa, when he comes back.
Coringa when he comes back, alright. What about you, Ally?
I mean, I think Savage could win. I mean, he was good at the last Speedway, although that was Dover, and that's different from here, so...
Indeed. Alright then. Well, without any further ado, the sun's starting to lower here in Chicagoland. We need to get started, so hopefully we can have this day into night race be a full day into night race. Pace speed's 90. Single file. Use standard roll-off procedure. Start pacing. As all these cars get rolling off from Chicago. How about we get our starting lineup here? We're going to change all laps -1. And Ally and Storm, I'll give you guys a little bit of fun. You guys can alternate row by row, starting with Storm. Now for your starting lineup from Chicago.
On that inside, got the pull early. Real gonna be getting us to green to his outside. Will be DB in the number 3.
In row 2, we have, with a surprising amount of pace, the waving yellow flag Rich and Savage.
In the next row, the twins, you could call it. Aiden gonna be on that inside to his outside. That number 1 machine put it in victory lane. It was put by Coringa last week, but in that number 1 machine, Napa on the outside.
And starting in the very back, we have, I believe that is Vic, and Core would be here, but he is eating, so he should join on the first caution in the number 9 Chevrolet.
Yeah, he'll be starting from the rear end of the field. Why are you going down there, Real? But anyways, without any further ado, alright, go ahead and get double file here down the back. We're gonna be going green this time.
The lights in pit road are cool.
Alright then. Well, let's go ahead and get this started then. From Chicago, I'll go ahead and give us the opening call. Round number 4 of the chase. Real on pole, DB2 is outside. Here in the Chicagoland Speedway, 133 laps of action. Stage 1 is 40. Coming to the green, and the Logitech G200 is underway. Out of turn number 4 here in Chicago. Real leads early. DB was able to get down to that inside lane. And Real around up front! Hard into the inside wall. not how he wants to start his race. He's frozen.
Oh no, unfortunate there for that machine. It means DB takes over the lead as they go into 3 and 4 side by side for the second spot, nearly 3, maybe 4 wide as they come off of 4.
Just back out, Vic, honestly.
Vic is not racing clean here in Chicagoland. Now it's lap 3. And Heartbreak for real early went around on the back straightaway. And he's frozen.
Went around on the front, actually. Entering 1.
Out front. My fault.
Yeah, so he'll have to start off the day not in this pack, but I believe he managed to get a lap in. So, not all disaster. But right now, DB in the 3, he won the last track similar to this, that being Nashville Super Speedway. It's just a little shorter, but other than that, it's pretty much the same, other than, of course, that curved back straightaway here in Chicago. But now, DB in the 3, leading from Chicagoland in that Coca-Cola DeWalt machine.
Great job by him. Obviously, got that lead because the real spun out, but obviously maintaining it right now, doing a great job as he enters 3.
Yeah, as we're starting to see this field string out a little bit, and we're seeing Napa, that P2 car, one of 2 WeatherTech schemes, and in fact, that second one's following right behind. That's Aiden.
As in the back of the pack, you're going to see Rich from his 3rd place starting position, as Vic on the outside of Savage. He's not going to get the pass done. So it's DB and then 2 WeatherTech cars.
And then
second and
Savage.
Oh, they all pancaked the wall coming off of 4 there, but still able to maintain it straight. Everybody single file, kind of chilling out, not making too much bigger moves, but Napa is trying to go catch that number 3, and he's doing a good job of it, trying to get to the back end.
Oh, and into the wall further back. Sorry to cut you off, but I believe Savage just put the 71 in the wall, and now Aiden's under attack from the 8.
Savage already making enemies here early in this race.
As Savage,
Okay.
I keep saying his name a lot, he peeks to the inside of the 1. He is going to get clear down the front straightaway. It's a lap 7 here in Chicagoland.
Alright. And, of course, we're seeing that 77. He is moving through this field, mowing his way through this field. He's mowing the lawn almost here in Chicago. All he needs to get by now is that number 3 of DB, and then Savage will be your race leader. But right now, DB on pace to win Stage 1. We're almost a fourth of the way through Stage 1, which is a 40-lap run to the caution before the top 3 finishers get awarded points here in Chicago.
Well, if you're in the chase, you definitely want to be up in the top 3. Here is Vic to the inside of Napa. He is going to try to get that position. Nearly 3 wide there. The reason you want to be in the top 3 is stage points help you in the chase. So it's definitely a big factor, and it could be the difference between a championship or not, as Napa all the way to the back.
Yeah, Rich and Vic are the only cars in this field, even once Core gets back, that are going to be fighting. That aren't in the chase. Right now, all these chase drivers fighting for points, and DB is getting that advantage right now. Almost a second of a lead to that 77. Actually, that cut down to 0.7, to about 0.7 as I was saying that, so Savage really wants to get past this 3 right now in Chicago.
And DB just, I guess, blowing the socks off the rest of the field here with a pretty big lead over Savage. And then Vic down in 3rd. They're 3 wide back there. The 2 WeatherTech cars.
Whoa! As they almost get in a little bit of trouble that they might not want to see themselves in. Rich, right now, is a bit of a factor. He's slowing down these WeatherTech cars a little more than they may want to. Napa and Aiden the Slide Job Danny Racing teammates, with Aiden currently the owner. He's trying to find someone to take over all Discord server operations of Slide Job Danny Racing while he maintains ownership of the team. And honestly, right now, if I had to guess, a good choice would be that one of Napa. He is a one-time champion currently. He is fighting for his second right now in Season 4. And if he wins that, he will also have 2 championships in a row. So right now, he is looking to be the new most valuable racer in PRA if he keeps up the good work.
I'm back.
Alright then.
Yeah.
Sa-
Oh, sorry, I didn't.
Savage gaining on DB up the court. I was about to say 4.5 tenths off the court. He definitely gained a lot more. About a car length in between them. That's about 2 tenths. As they head back into 1. Savage to the inside. Contact on the apron.
Side by side there for a second, going down the backstretch. DB still maintaining that lead down the backstretch. Now cuts him off. Savage going to try to strike down in there, going into 3.
Can he do anything? He's trying. He's trying. And down the front stretch, DB gonna cling onto another lap, but he is under attack from the 77.
Your points leader doing a great job out there trying to get more of a points lead. Savage
And is Vic on the wall? Okay, Vic, I want you to go TTB of this group.
One thinks he's Ross Chastain. As we head into 3, I do not.
Oh, it was a
believe
spike?
we
Okay.
have-
Just
I do
drop
not
one
believe
position
we-
then.
I don't believe we have any draft here. So
If I kept draft on, it would be pack racing throughout. Oh, and around goes Napa further back. What are the WeatherTech cars? He collects Aiden. Caution is out here from Chicago. This is gonna be your race back.
Wow.
did one of the cars get air?
Yes, there was air in that crash.
Wow. He talked about. But who else was in that? I just come.
It was Napa, Aiden, and Vic. Vic got out mostly scot-free, while Napa and Aiden both went around. And they, in fact, get passed by Real in that whole process. He makes his way up to 5th from that. Are Napa and Aiden still wrecking?
Yeah, they're in the grass. I don't think they're happy with each other.
As they're going to
But,
cross the line, they need to catch up. But the rest of the field here, pacing 90 miles an hour, pits closed, as we are waiting on field to catch up.
I am in free cam, so I wasn't able to see it because for some odd reason, every time my mouse moves, it doesn't actually move. It moves where I'm looking when I'm not in free cam. So I have to kind of use free cam for now. But again, I didn't really see what happened there. But yeah, just unfortunate there for the Slide Job teammates who got together there.
Yeah. What I'm gonna say, Stormy, just go zoom into first person. So go out of free cam, zoom into first person, then go into free cam and back out, and it should fix it.
You're right. Thank you.
Right. Well, the field's caught up. Pits are open this time by. We'll see who takes, who doesn't. I'd say take. I mean, that would count as your mid-stage pit stop that you will have to make, and then you won't need to pit late in the stage. You can, in fact, pit at the end of the stage to set up stage 2 for a similar type of run.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
But we'll see what happens. Ally, go ahead and give us some information as these drivers head into pit road.
Don't really know what I'm supposed to say.
Well, normal pit reporter style, I don't know. I mean, you're not going to be able to say everything, but try.
Everybody comes down here. I don't know. I have no idea what else to say.
DB comes in. He says he's got a fast car. May need a couple adjustments to that machine, but he thinks he'd be fine up front. Savage said, "Don't touch my car. It is perfect right now. Just got to get past DB." Real obviously made that mistake a little bit early, but he still thinks he's got a fast car. So he's going to come out third out of pit road.
This caution was big for Real as it gets him back in the mix. One of the faster cars. He was sitting on pole, I believe.
Yeah.
So that's good for him.
Yeah.
As pit stops are over and a beautiful sunset is underway here in Joliet, Illinois, about an hour outside of Chicago.
Yeah, Gene. Green this time. Single file restarts here in Chicagoland. As DB will lead him to the green. Please don't jump, guys. I will know, and I will send you to the back. Go when the leader goes. Leader can go anytime in the restart zone as he is the control car. And the lights are on.
Scared the shit.
We're back underway. Everyone gets a good jump.
They pull up into one. That second place Real. Whoa! DB kind of goes on the apron.
Four wide.
Why not his way to the backstretch?
Down the back, DB said he lagged. Now he's back up to the front, and Napa to the inside middle of three for a second for DB as Vic's in the second. There goes contact.
Back out, Vic. Thank you.
A new leader here at Chicagoland. Napa comes from the back just after that caution.
Whoa!
Hard on the wall.
DB manages to save that.
Wow. Look at the WeatherTech machines up front.
And they're both clear of the rest of the field.
Savage with a 3 wide move in 3 and 4. And I don't believe he got the position. Real now to the back. And DB still looking, I believe he's still looking for his second win. His first one was in the Music City 200 at Nashville.
Yeah, Savage is not making any friends out here. He puts
Whoa, look at Vic.
In the wall. Yeah, and Vic and them having battle, but Savage has put a couple people here up into the wall. And Rich all the way on the apron.
Whoa! Getting up into the wall there makes... Whoa! Almost upside down. Vic in the 8 manages to save it. That would have been the second flip in racing conditions we've seen here. Of course, the first one happening in the first of 2 public fun races we hosted earlier this week at this track.
Vic rides the wall, Martin Truex Jr. Busch Series style.
Ooh, send. Yeah, but look at the 2 WeatherTech machines. Slide Job Motorsports still commanding this field right now with Napa leading. Obviously, whoever is in that number 1 car is fast. Whether it's Kringa or Napa, they are going to be up front battling. So good job to see that there. But Vic and DB still battle for that 3rd spot.
Yeah, right now, Slide Job Danny Racing, 1-2 with Napa and Aiden, those WeatherTech machines. They're not having a bad race so far, but watch out for the 3 and 8. They're fast. We know that the 3 is fast, and Real somehow managed to get himself 3 seconds back again.
The gap between Napa and Aiden is going down just a little bit that lap. Now it's basically 5/10. But yeah, I don't know what to say. Just next person, go.
No, you can go. Oh.
Napa continues to lead here, putting a class on the field. And you see back there for the 5th spot between Savage and Real, or not Real, I'm sorry, Rich. Oh, and again, there goes Savage, doored him into the grass. Obviously, Rich not happy with it. Again, Savage here at Chicagoland, not looking to make any friends.
Yeah, Savage has not been friendly with really anyone for the last race and maybe 2. And it seems like that's continuing here today. For that 77, it's the chase. People are gonna be mean. But of course, last week that went a little bit over the top. So he's keeping it a little more in moderation here.
I was just about to say, after you were done, I was gonna say you get more aggressive when you're in the chase because you can still go for a championship, and every point starts mattering more than it did before.
Hmm.
So you're gonna
Especially,
try to you're gonna try to rub fenders, and doesn't really seem like anybody's your teammate if that's the case.
yeah, and of course, that brings us back to the difference between point systems. Prior to that, it was a full season point system. You fought to have the most points at the end of the season, and usually that left maybe one, two people in contention by the end of the season. That's it. Everyone else out of the picture. But here, with in season 4 with this new point system, the chase, there's 8 cars in 6 races put together all at the same points. They get a points reset and they're fighting for the championship. So they're all closer together. Every point really does end up counting.
This battle for a second is just heating up right here between DB. Even Vic was in this just a little bit ago. But yeah, as you were saying, this points. I mean, it rumbles everything up. But I remember last week a quote that Ross or that Savage said that he said, I'm going into this race like I am Ross Chastain. And obviously, real life NASCAR, he was super aggressive, bumping people out of the way. It was even called the Wrecking Ball. I mean, I think that's what he's doing again. But you see Aiden and DB, the crazy battle for a second.
Yeah, and I
As
think Core needs a TP in. I don't know though. Okay, maybe not.
so
Continue.
now battle for third, Vic and Aiden. I believe Aiden was in contention for last season's championship.
Indeed, he
Um,
was, and he missed out. Aiden,
down
I
into three.
believe, only has 2 wins in his career, maybe 3. And he's still looking for that championship, but maybe today, maybe this season is finally his season. We're under nighttime, and we still haven't completed Stage 1 in Chicago, but we're coming towards 10 to go, currently at 11.
Yeah, still a lot of racing.
Whoa!
Vic bounces off, gonna slam the inside wall, and a hard wreck on the backstretch.
Vic, gonna have to, regroup from that. He'll be in P7, and I believe that Carter and Core are not going to be able to start today's race in Chicago. So, unfortunate for them. But Napa in the 1, currently running away with it. But look out for that 3. He's chasing him down. .165, the
Oh,
gap as they
oh!
cross the line. Oh!
I
And
watched
what
it
happened
happen.
with Savage?
I watched it happen. Rich put him in the wall, and Savage went airborne and then spun out.
Now
Oh
he's
my.
back with the 48 of real.
Up front, DB to the inside of Napa for the lead. A bit of contact in the middle of the corner. A bumper's banging, and now DB to the lead of the race.
DB obviously got a fast machine here tonight from a couple positions back and puts it back in the lead over Napa. So DB's got a fast Coca-Cola machine here tonight. We'll see. He's going to pull away even more from Napa. Good job by DB.
Yeah, takes the lead, pulls to half a second within less than a lap from taking said lead. Currently on rails, that 3 car. Lap 33 of 133. Once this lap is complete, we have 100 to go from Chicago.
And again, I was gonna say, before Savage got air, was as the 3 was approaching the 1. I don't expect things to be clean here. Again, things are gonna get dirty, and I wouldn't expect to see a couple more spins or even a caution come out during a race, an incident caution. I don't think we had one of those last season here.
Yeah.
I see Vic is, I don't know if he's having lag issues, but he's kind of full throttling corners. He's bounced off the wall there as well. I saw him do it the last lap as well through 1 and 2. I don't know what is going on with that machine. But we'll see if he's able to rebound from his spin. And something happened to Real as well. He is all the way in the neck.
Now 11 seconds back. We don't know what happened to this 48 Geico Camaro of Real, but he's been having a rough day. 6 laps to go, coming to 5.5 for DB in stage 1. And Napa continues to try and chase him down, and I think we saw DB there down the backstretch. He was kind of trying to break that draft a little bit. We saw him going top all the way to the bottom, back up top. I think that there's a little bit of draft at play. Of course, draft isn't actually in this race, but still, very cool to see these cars trying to kind of mirror each other's lines.
Yeah, try and do that snake method as we usually would see in IndyCar. They're doing it here as well. And
I also wonder if this is a attempt at trying to kind of straighten out this curved back straightaway, take it as straight as possible, make it nice and quick.
Yeah, because it's got that bet kind of thing there on the backstretch. So really, we don't actually have a straight away. Really, we have obviously the trial, and then we have the bet backstretch.
Yeah, you're pretty much constantly turning here in Chicago. You don't get a break.
Okay. So, the 3 of DB leads with 4 laps to go in stage number 1 here at Chicagoland. He seems like he's setting the pace. He is the guy to beat here in Chicagoland, as the sun nearly entirely down, sky's purple here.
And it's a funny, ironic thing here. It looks like DB is being chased by maybe like police cars here with both of the same looking matching cars. It's kind of ironic to see that there. It looks like he's being chased by police cars here in Joliet.
Pretty much identical schemes here. Literally, the only difference is the number and banner.
One.
Yeah, one of the numbers and the banner. Other than that, this is the same scheme, so it really does end up looking like he's being chased down by 2 police cars.
Especially with the black and white.
Real on communications, he might have to park at 500 ping. I'm gonna quickly just try and assist. During the next 500. During the next caution, no, hold on. During the next caution, if you can hold on, because it's literally in like a lap. Try and just like close out stuff, whatever. We'll work it out. But white flag in stage 1 for DB. Because I really don't want you to end up parking it. I want to try and problem solve this with you.
And I want to look. It looks like Savage is trying to go after Rich at the moment. Oh, and Vic completely sideways behind him, bouncing off the wall. But watch this battle as they go to enter 3 and 4 here.
Savage!
Oh,
He puts him in the wall. But out of the final corner, DB wins stage 1. Let's hear that radio on the 3.
Oh, we got stage 1.
It's Vic here.
Let's keep the momentum, guys.
All right, Vic. I saw you wall bouncing.
And let me...
And Real seems like he is going to park it with an ungodly amount of
Pace
ping.
90. Pace 90.
And Real and Savage are taking shots at each other here, guys.
Yeah. Real, you don't necessarily need to park it. Let's try and work this out. Try and close stuff if you need. Reset your computer. I'll let you, like, rejoin at, like, the next caution.
As Aiden goes AFK,
We'll
he's
try and
parked
figure
on
out
pit
something.
road right now.
Aiden goes AFK. Okay. Restart PC, rejoin, and, we'll try and help you out. He is now resetting his computer in that 48.
I don't know if Vic was having lag problems, but I was watching him. He was like, full throttle in corners, bouncing off the wall and certain things. I was kind of watching him there to the end of that stage. He was able to catch up due to that to Savage and Rich. He wasn't obviously able to pass them, but interesting. Hopefully we don't see more. Hopefully he doesn't have lag as well. Hopefully we don't see that later.
Yeah, as of course now pits are open. We'll see who comes in, who stays out. It's going to be interesting here in Chicago.
Yep. Here we go.
And of course, Aiden, I don't know if he hit the commitment line, but we'll see.
No, he did not. Oh!
And I'm not sure if Nap ended up speeding, but if he did, that is catastrophic for the one. He'll have to make up all that ground.
Yeah,
It
maybe we'll see. What
definitely
you
looked like he was. So
You see these
could be
lights
something.
coming new here to Chicagoland. Something we're trying out here. Very cool looking. Oh, and Rich dives in and Pirro gonna hit DB, but DB says his car's doing fine. Savage on the radio doesn't say much about his car. Just not happy with Rich there. And Vic gonna be able to, I think, barely beat out.
Yeah,
Wow,
he
and
barely beat
Napa,
out the 77.
and Napa had to have a penalty right there. I think he did.
Napa
Yeah,
only
Napa.
had his back 2 tires in the box.
That's not part of the thing, though. I mean,
Yeah,
he was out of pits, sure. He was out of his box, sure, but he wasn't obstructing other people's pit stops, so no penalty. That was
Oh.
a speeding penalty that he was given there.
yes.
As Aiden is still AFK and Real is still resetting his computer.
But let's still, obviously an exciting first stage. Had a couple on the wall, had a big hit to the inside. Vic able to get up to that second spot now, even after he hit the wall. See what he can do with that nationwide machine. And Savage, Rich, still right by each other. Watch that all night long. It's gonna get pretty exciting.
And I believe that's Real back? Yes, Real is back, so we'll on S-Lock, he'll be able to rejoin, put his scheme on. He'll be starting from the rear end of the field.
If I was TB right now, I'd look behind me and see the 8, and I'd probably start bracing myself, considering how Vic has been racing so far, in this race.
Yeah, and of course, we will see if Real's ping improves. Just try and like keep stuff closed and stuff. Alright, as we are not going green until Real gets back to the field, and then we'll go green. Even if Aiden's still AFK. "100 ping is good. 100 ping is good." Just like make sure stuff doesn't like auto open, I guess. And you should be fine. Just have Discord, Roblox, Chrome or whatever. That's it. And you should be fine.
So I believe, at the very least, 5 laps will be, I was gonna say wasted, but I don't know if that's the right word. Here in stage 2, maybe 6, depending on when Real gets here.
Yeah. And as we are still waiting on Real, he'll be merging up here. And of course, I want to make sure that laps and stuff are set up so that we don't need to do stuff. So we're gonna not be green this time yet. If it is green next time at the earliest, so we'll see if Real's laps are good. So a longer caution than usual. Right,
Only been in 40
change
minutes.
Real laps 45. Okay then. You can do this restart call then. It is GTT.
Here we go, going green flag for another stage. The first stage, super exciting. We know restarts get super exciting as well. We saw almost 4 wide on that last restart. We'll see if we'll be seeing the same stuff this time. I mean, 4 wide with, only 6 drivers is really good. So we'll see what happens here on this restart for stage 2. DB continues to lead. He'll be leading us to green this time with Vic, Savage, Rich, Napa, and Rio, who was able to come back and still contend. I do not see Aiden. Aiden isn't back yet. He is still sitting in that pit road. So we'll see when he comes back. Hopefully he does. But they come off of 4, waiting to get the green flag. They enter the restart zone. We're back green, underway here in Chicagoland.
And no jumps, really. So we're all good as we see DB in the 3 lead us to the green flag. Now, lap 47 underway in stage number 2.
They're all chasing him going out on the backstretch. Vic trying to get to the back end's got a huge run on him going into the 3 and 4. DB trying to lead him. Oh, but entered on that bottom. Still going to work out for him, though.
Off of 4, DB leads. Vic seems really prone on holding back the 77 to maybe help. Yes, Vic, right? Yeah, to maybe help DB. And there's a battle between them off the 2.
Yeah. And now we see DB in the 3 continue to lead. Vic second, Savage in the 77. P3 for Savage Motorsports. He's the lone Savage Motorsports car.
Single file, but the second place race is starting to really heat up here. Savage trying any way to get around that number 8 machine, and he's doing. Oh, he's gonna give him a little bump in the corner, but Vic kind of backs off, not letting them try to get to the outside run. But the battle for the 4th spot heating up as well as they hit the wall.
And we see Aiden is merging. He has been allowed to. He just could not pit due to the timing. But that
So down,
number 71 merging with the field now.
so down the front straightaway, DB still leads. Is a pretty healthy lead. 3/10 over Vic, and Savage thinks he can get to the lead here. He was trying to do everything he could to get around Vic, as there's been a lot of apron usage in this race because there's actual apron on this track, unlike Dover. Dover, yeah.
And the fun thing, too, is the apron is allowed. You just can't go underneath that yellow line. You can go underneath the white. That yellow line is the boundary. You can't go past that. So in the corners, it's not useful, but down the front stretch, down the back stretch, that's a great spot to make a wide move, to maybe try and straighten out the straightaway. The curved away.
Oh my.
Yeah,
5 cars on the apron down the back. Sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say, as soon as you said that, Rich and Aiden having big contact going out. And you see, just Rich is just giving Aiden the door there. Not totally sure what's going on between those two. Seems like Rich does not have many friends out here again, and Aiden puts him up the track. Obviously, after hitting getting hit right there, they go to the backstretch, and Savage has moved into second.
Savage making a nice pass on that 8 car. I think we saw it a little bit ago, but now that 77 just needs to chase down the 3. DB and Savage have been 2 of the most storied drivers this season. DB, of course, finally getting his first career win after racing a lot of Season 3 in that 4 car. Real's replacement, since Real left in Season 3 or something. So, of course, DB had all that experience, and he finally got his first career win in Nashville, and then Savage got his first career win in Dover, and both of them fighting for a championship. DB a veteran, Savage a rookie. Savage owns a team now. DB is going to be the new owner of Lightning Fast Racing, I believe, at the end of Season 4, as Vic will be retiring to a one-off ride, pretty much, with the team at the end of the season, and giving the team to DB. So many stories about these 2 drivers.
As Savage, who got to the outside and to the inside in 1 and 2, hit the apron, and now has fallen back to a couple car lengths.
And look at Napa! Napa's trying to make a move on the 8, who's now falling back. An update on that 8 car, Storm.
Yeah, Napa. That Savage said it before the start of the race that Napa is his kind of threat here tonight. So he may not mind DB kind of getting out there. Obviously, Savage wants to win, but he's not going to try so hard to go get DB because that's the guy he doesn't really strongly have to worry about. He really has to worry about Napa, who is kind of catching right there. I'm telling you, if it was Napa in the lead, Savage would be trying everything he can to go catch Napa.
Yeah, and right now, DB and Savage, they're running parade laps around here right now. Savage isn't necessarily gaining on DB. DB isn't necessarily gaining on Savage. Right now, that fight is heating up between the 8 and the 1.
And I won't be surprised if a spin were to come with this way out to the yellow line. The 1 in the 77. The 8 in the 77. Oh!
Vic!
Push.
They all got in the wall there. Lots of contact.
I noticed these guys out of the corner use the wall a lot, especially out of Ford. It seems to help them. I wonder if there'll be a rule next season for that, and maybe these cars probably won't be able to handle that hit into the wall. You see right there again, Vic goes up, hits that wall, and is able to pass Savage because of it.
Season
So
5
hopefully
actually has anti-wall ride, so you don't want to touch it at all. Ever.
Right, there you go. So hopefully we won't have to see this kind of same stuff. That's unfortunate to see these guys just talentless and hitting that wall.
And I feel like part of it's also people are just driving way too hard up. They're not giving proper room to the guy on the outside, which this was a big talking point. If you're on the inside, you have, like, it's etiquette and pretty much a rule at this point. Give the guy on your outside proper room. Same for the outside. Don't be squeezing that inside so hard. Give him some breathing room.
Right there, you also see right there where Vic, didn't have anybody's outside, and he still kind of uses that wall. I mean, I think there should be maybe a rule coming off that corner where you can't hit the wall because it gives you an advantage. Like the guy in front of you can just go and hit the wall and keep your momentum, and the guy had to slow down so he didn't hit the wall. And you get that momentum of that rule.
Depending on how the wall is used, it actually sometimes hurts you still. So, of course, yes, it is an advantage, but at the same time, it can be a disadvantage. Overall, you just don't want to touch it because you don't know what it's going to do.
So Napa is currently ahead of the 8 of Vic. Finally got ahead of him. Now Vic looking back down to the inside. I said currently. Things can still change. We're not even done with stage 2. I believe we're about halfway in stage 2. So there's still definitely there's a whole nother stage where things can change. So, maybe you want to lay back a bit here. Because the end of the race is the part where it most matters. It's like 70-30. End of the race is 70% here as Napa's in the back of Savage.
Yeah, Napa wants to make a move on that 77. I doubt that the 77 is going to play easy on this one.
Yeah, definitely not. But you see the moon has almost looked like the sun here and just put a big glowing basically in the sky here. Kind of cool to see that. But yeah, definitely Savage's not going to be playing nice here, that number 1 machine.
Yeah. All the way down to the white line. Not to the yellow this time, though. Napa and Savage jockeying for position.
Oh, there goes the 1 into the wall.
Whoa!
He's lagging.
And the 1 is cutting the grass, and the 1 says he's going to lose power.
Gonna lose power. I'm not quite sure what that means.
And I think he's parking
power at his house.
Go ahead and delete your car, Napa. If you're okay or not. Go ahead and commentate while I deal with this stud car here.
Okay, well, that changes a lot here as the 8 all the way in the very inside of the grass. Pretty sure I know what he means by gonna lose power, but it doesn't have much to do with racing, so just don't say it here. So, Savage with a big lead to DB. Storm, what do you think? Who do you think out of the top 2? Who is more likely to win?
That's a hard. I mean, obviously DB's been fast all day long, and he's proven it right now. Out of the top 2, I would definitely have to say DB. He's been lights out all race long ever since ever since Real hit that wall. So yeah, DB I think is going to be able to get his second career win.
Yeah, but at the same time, look at this 48 of Real. He was struggling so much, but now his ping's better, and he is currently running in P3, and he's catching up to Savage. Earlier, he was at 2.8 seconds of a gap. Now, he's cut that gap down to 1.699, and now down to 1.681. Real's on the move.
So, DB extending his lead. It was 1.2 seconds. Now it's 1.3. More accurately, 1.3 and a half. As
Oh, and look at
Rio's
this
kind of-
48, trying to get to the inside of Savage. He's making a move.
Yeah, still trying to get there. Real, obviously fast. How he qualified up in that first position, so you know he's fast. But now he's got to try to get around Savage, just like in real life. Again, we heard Savage say, "I want to be like Ross Chastain," and in real life, Ross Chastain, all the drivers say he's one of the hardest to pass, and that's what Savage is also trying to be here in PRA.
Savage already, and that was proven at the Nashville Superspeedway, Savage already pretty much has that title. He is the hardest to pass in the Peak Racing Association.
as they enter one, Vic now on the inside of the 48. They nearly go 3 wide off of 2.
Good run.
The position.
Oh,
Savage drop a position.
yeah.
Oh, Savage! Almost wrecking.
Oh.
Savage, I want you to
Hold
drop
on.
into the back of this group for shoving under the line now. Because it's, yeah.
Savage almost got spun as he was loose. He saved it. Ow, the 48's loose. He's around. It's a Rich.
Rich around, it's one car.
Another thing, what sent Rich right into there, Savage full throttle Rich entering that corner. I was watching Rich there. I mean, it was full throttle right into the back end. That's what sent Rich into the 48's path right there. And again, we're seeing Savage use people as brakes once again.
BB is loving this. A whole 2 seconds on Aiden in second. I just want to know what happened to the 48 car. He just turned it, I guess. He just turned it into 3. Right, 3? I don't know if it's 1 and
Into
3.
one. I believe that the 92 of Rich got punted by the 77 into that 48. Nothing that Real could have done.
Yeah, no. Unfortunate there for Real. Hopefully he's able to rebound. But look at DB trying to get the broom out and trying to sweep the stages, but he's doing a good job of it so far.
Yeah, and if broom sweet and if that broom gets out, could he use it to sweep the race in general?
He's fast. I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, and that would be the second sweep of the chase, and I believe the third sweep of Season 4 in general. The first one coming with Laser at NJMP, second one, Core and Magello, and if DB manages, that third one will be here tonight in Chicago.
And more recently, DB's definitely been proving himself, and if he sweeps the race,
That's a huge points day for this 3.
But what I was gonna say is, if he sweeps the race, then that's just a monumental way to get your second win.
Indeed, and I believe he's also by now gotten halfway, and he's contending for MLL. Right now, I believe he's your leader for most laps led, that 3 car. So if he manages, he's gonna have the best. He's gonna have one of the best points days, if not the best points day of his PRA career. And Napa is back. Is he in VC? Yes, he is. Napa, I will TP you, and just wait until the next caution. Oh, let me unslot.
DB,
I have to go. I have qualifying. I didn't know I had qualifying.
Alright then, see you.
See you guys. Have a good race.
You too.
Alright, see ya.
TP Napa. S-lock. Just
now
wait
the-
until the next caution, Napa, and then you can start from the rear end of the field.
Alright, well, DB definitely a breakout season for him, and I mean, soon enough he could be contending for a championship. Is what I'm thinking.
Alright, sorry, I just had to do a little bit of communication there. DB, a 2.331 second lead. Right now, he is 6 laps away as he crosses the line to get the sweep of the stages, and possibly even the race.
And DB, oh, nope, loses 2 tenths on that lap, but he was gaining just ever so slightly, like a couple hundredths a lap, and you have the clean air ahead of you. That's what you need to be doing. If you want to win, you have to make sure that you are fast, if not the fastest car on track. You don't want to let that gap slip away from you. And DB's doing a great job of managing it right now, losing a bit, but there's 5 laps to go on the stage. I think he can hold on.
Yeah, Aiden starting to put together. Whoa! What happened further back? Car around, and I don't quite know what happened. I'm going to call that as a caution. We'll be racing back.
Vic in real slow. Let's see where. It was
That's
last.
not what DB wanted at all.
Okay, so
I
let's see
saw
what happened.
multiple cars in the grass, slow, further back. So I'm going to count that as a multi-car crash, which will be a caution. And stage 2 is either ending under caution or under like a 1-lap shootout. I don't know. But anyway, Napa can now spawn his car, get his scheme, and get to the rear end of the field. He'll be restarting from the rear end anyway, but he can just get in his car, get ready.
Terrible time for a caution for DB if we get a 1-lap shootout for the stage. This is absolutely a terrible time.
Pits
for
are
a
open.
Caution.
And DB
And
needs to pit anyways. And Aiden,
Oh.
I don't think Aiden does. Savage might have to. Savage stays out on 130 milliliters.
What? Pretty.
The thing is, can he
Accurate.
make it? And can he push it hard enough?
Can he make it to the end of the caution? Also, kind of a question.
Say anything.
Should be able to make it there. I think he's hoping for the 1-lap shootout.
You need to
Oh,
stay
he's
at
getting
90,
next lap.
Savage. You need to stay at 90, Savage. The thing is, pits close. Once the, pits are closed now. That's it. You had 1 lap to
So-
pit. Go ahead and pit, but we're not going to be waiting for you.
Savage
Where are
says
you
he's
going, Rich? Order that you exited pit road in, guys. I mean, Savage can pit, but we're not going to be waiting for him. Oh, Napa needs to okay. Let me un-S-lock. Get in here. It is not GTT, it is GNT.
Savage is staying out now.
Okay. TP
Quite
Napa.
peculiar.
S-lock. Who is Nave? Can't sit and wait. Alright, so it is GTT for the 77 of Savage. But I don't think he'll be able to make it. We'll be having a 1-lap shootout for the stage, pretty much.
I mean, I think
And
we're
Napa
good.
just DC'd again.
You can do the call for the restart, can I?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Napa, just wait until the stage ends. Just wait until the stage ends. Anyways, just wait until the stage ends, Napa. Here we go. It's going to be a 1-lap shootout for the stage. Green flag for Savage! He's not making it! He's on 25! He's gonna run out of fuel!
He might not make it into 2. Well, at least not out
He's
of 2.
trying to
DB
save as
should be
much fuel as he
inside.
can! Oh, he's on 10! He's done! He's done! He's done! He's about to run out! Get out of his way! Get out of his way! He's about to run out!
3 milliliters. As DD through the final quarter, looks like he is going to win the stage 2. And
DB!
there goes
Get the
Savage.
broom as he sweeps the stages from Chicago!
Savage misses pit road. He's on negative 15.
And I'll get a picture.
Is a car parked there in the... Right, is that Savage?
Hold on.
No, he's on the front stretch.
There's a...
One of the WeatherTech guys. No, it's just a blank car.
What are you talking about?
In turn 2?
Is that Napa? Probably. That was Napa trying to... Let me un-S-lock Napa, join back. TP, Napa, S-lock. What the... What the... Okay. Napa will be starting from the rear end of the field. The only car behind him will be Savage.
If I was Savage on the caution, I don't really understand that call. I mean, you know, I feel like it would be better to just take the pit stop and catch back up. Maybe you could even get a boost on the restart, but...
Yeah. Pits are now open. And we're gonna have Savage, of course, heading into pit road to take his pit stop. As the rest of the field comes, everyone's gonna come in. They want to get in on that same strategy. Napa, no matter what, you'll be starting from the rear. The only guy behind you, once again, being Savage.
So as they come down pit road, now that I know how to, let me do a little bit of pit reporting. The 3 of DB says his car is perfect and doesn't want to change anything, just 4 tires and fuel for the 3 car. As he gets out, he's going to come out first. Then Aiden, Real, Rich, and Vic.
And of course Napa.
Oh,
And
really?
Real! I think he was typing. He should not have been typing. You aren't lapped, Savage. Just go. Go. Catch up.
Real's incident, when coming off of pit road, seems similar to his spin where he got into Rich, where he just kind of spun. There wasn't anything more to it.
Yeah, green this time. Guys, stop asking. I will tell you. Stop asking. Please, it drives me crazy. Alright. It is going to be green this time. Why are we 3 wide?
You said green this time on the last lap.
No, I said green this time as we were literally about to cross the line.
Oh, I mean, I guess they misunderstood. I don't know now.
I said GNT. Do you not see that? GNT in chat. Okay, well, always go with what I say in chat first, not when I say in VC. When it comes to that. You should know that. Okay, green this time. Leader has control of the restart. You can do this restart call.
So going through 3 and 4, We're gonna get ready for the final stage here in Joliet, Illinois. DB leads them back. And then the race starts. Oh, green flag is back out in the air as Aiden to the inside. They cross the line. It's lap 85 of 133. And they're dueling back. They're picking the wall. He's loose. Down on the apron. And they are wrecking back there. I'm getting loose, not wrecking, of course. Rich.
Aiden has a TTB for jumping. He has not taken it yet.
As Rich pushes
So now he
The
takes
eight
that TTB.
below the line. As a ton of commotion back in the pack, DB loves to see it.
Whoa! Almost a huge crash again for Vic down the backstretch.
And Vic to the inside of Rich. He will get the position. The 48 of real on the quarter panel, not there, just not there.
Yeah, as that 92 Burger King Chevy Camaro sled job Danny Racing, that's Rich. Right now, he's running mid-pack, having an alright day.
So, the only real battle, we have two battles back here. One's more intense than the other. Real and Rich, and Real gets past the 92. So DB leads with a 1.5 second. Hold on. Yeah, 1.5 second lead. As
Let me
oh,
change.
but to the inside of Napa.
There we go. Glad I finally noticed.
So, down the front, Rich and Real doing again. And Real had just put way too much ping earlier in the race. Had to park it for a couple of laps. He's back up here in P5. He definitely has the speed to be running further up, and he could be a contender for the race win if a late caution comes up.
And especially if it ends up going his way. Real now finally getting by that 92. Now he's hopefully on his way. Unless Rich decides to be an issue for him.
Savage and Rich next to each other. Where have I seen that before? Survey says this will not turn out good with Savage and Rich right next to each other.
That 48 once again trying to get past this 8. This field is all bunched up together right now as we see Vic get into that wall. Real's blocking Rich right now. Trying to get a run to get to the back bumper of Vic. Rich makes a move! It doesn't quite stick, and now Rich in the 92, he's stuck on that outside lane. Should have just stuck behind that 48. Went for the move, and then he got sideways, and he's going to be shuffled all the way to the back end of this group. Looking back now at Real, though, in the 48, still trying to figure out how to get past that 8 car, and he lets Aiden and Savage by. And it's apparently
Maybe
lag.
you know something? Oh, lag.
And he just got bodied out of the way by Rich. Stuff's heating
Now,
up between Rich and these chase contenders.
Savage on the inside of 71 of Aiden. Aiden shovels back to Rich. And there's a battle for second. Wow, Napa way in the grass.
As Vic and Napa, that battle's heating up, but they've caught up a little bit to DB. They're putting a little bit of pressure on that 3 because he's not able to pull away quite as much as he wishes he could.
It was a heartbreak 2 weeks ago for Napa, this would be even an even bigger heartbreak for DB if he ends up losing this race. DB with a 9.5 tenth lead, nearly a second. On second place, Napa.
Napa's gaining, though. Is Napa better right now than this 3 car? Because if so, DB needs to figure out something.
If Napa is faster, that would be probably one of the biggest developments of the race.
Because up until now, DB has without a doubt been the one to beat. But now, look at this gap! Napa gains another 10th on this 3.
And I don't know if DB's holding back or not, but either way, he needs to get his game on. As you could see how much Napa is gaining just right around now. And he's got a solid gap back to Vic. So it's probably gonna be a 3-1 dueling out for the win.
Who knows, there's still more than 30 laps to go from Chicagoland. And DB continues to lead one of the cleanest races all season in terms of cautions.
So
Only 2 incident-related yellow flags.
not quite sure if we can make it to the end. If we can, then it'll be a stretch, definitely.
I
Yeah, I
do
don't
not
think you can-
believe we're making it to the end. Yeah, no, we're not making it to the end. There's going to be one more pit stop this race. It's going to be probably under green flag conditions. And some frustrations between Aiden, Aiden and Rich. Aiden simply just saying, Rich bro, to that 92.
Strategy is gonna come into play here at Chicagoland.
No matter
And-
what, though, there's only one more pit stop. That's a guarantee.
So, Napa taps the wall off the corner, lost 10th last lap, and this lap he's gonna gain that 10th back. As they enter one. Not much racing going on in the pack at
And as you say that... Whoa!
Contact.
What's happening between this 77 and 8? The 8 giving the bumper to the back of that 77. These two fighting, opening up that door for some other cars.
Napa officially to 7.5 tenths on DB. And you know, I was starting to think you could definitely say the gains that were made that lap.
Yeah, let's take a lap or two and just listen to this onboard with Napa and take a look at that gap. As the gap doesn't change much for that number 1 car that lap, but we get a slight idea on that line he's running. The number 1, that WeatherTech Camaro, Napa. He is your Season 3 champion, and I believe a one-time winner so far this season. He's gonna try and look for his second. But maybe DB's found something, because the gap did not change at all last time by. We'll see what it changes here. 0.531. Down or up, it's going to go to 0.745. Perhaps DB finally found something here in Chicago. About 32. Yeah, 32. Nope. Am I stupid? Nope. 32 laps to go from Chicago.
So, as they head down the back straightaway, you can do 2 things with your pit stop. You can probably pit now, and you might have a chance of making it, although it probably wouldn't be comfortable.
Nope,
Ooh,
you'd have a
reverse.
comfortable chance. You'd have a comfortable chance. I'm sure of it.
Okay.
So you could pit now. You could run your entire fuel run. I mean, what do you want to do? Because you can pit
See, if
now
I were
and
to
push harder, or you can go your entire fuel run, trying to maybe make it last a little longer, and then push less towards the end. So it's going to be interesting seeing what these guys want to do. All of them
For-
sitting just under half fuel.
If I was anybody behind DB, I would probably pit soon enough so I can push and not have to worry about fuel saving. And any amount of fuel saving you do here will not get you to the end. Looks like most people are trying to fully get to the end of their fuel runs before they pit. Now, pit stops are going to be one of the, if not the deciding factor of this race.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Make sure to say P down the backstretch in chat if you're going to pit that time by, because I really want to be able to focus on you. By the way, race winner, because I believe everyone here is comfortable with talking, race winner will have their mic unmuted, and, you know.
Oh.
And
Vic?
Vic is going to be coming into pit this time by in the 8, so let's go ahead and watch that from Blimp Camera. He's currently sitting behind this number 71 of Aiden and Rich in the 92. He's running 6th on track right now of the 7 cars currently running here in Chicago.
I'm up here looking at the front, and Napa did get under 6/10, but it looks like it's going to be over, yes, 6.5 as Vic comes down pit road.
He hit that commitment line. He'll be able to come into pit. The number 8, he's been alright. He's had an up and down day. He might need an adjustment or two here in this pit stop, but 4 tires and fuel for this number 8 for Lightning Fast Racing. That's Vic, currently running 7th now on track.
The one looks like he maybe, I think he's going to lose on the 3, yeah, down to 8/10, and that's not good for the, that's just Vic merging.
And he just got in the way of the 77 with that merge.
Oh!
Oh! Sideways! Rich down the back, hard into the inside wall, back up the track! What a save!
I mean, I get why Vic's, if he currently is defending, why he is, because you
DB's
don't
his
wanna go
driver.
a lap down.
And DB's his driver, too. He wants to kind of help his driver win. So maybe holding these guys up, too.
So, Vic seems like an odd one out for the pit stop, as it's been 2 laps, and nobody else has pitted other than him. This is definitely a strategy call to get positions for the end. Let's see the gap here, and it is 7:11.
0.711 seconds. The gap. DB trying to get the broom for the 2nd week in a row. We're going to have someone get the broom if he manages to complete this one.
Hey, don't jump the gun. We might have someone get the broom here, as it's not over.
Yeah. Of course, Napa, he's been holding on. We'll see if he can do something. What's the gap this time? 7:11 to 8:44. Right now, DB building up a little bit more time. Because, who knows, maybe Napa's going to turn on the jet engines here. You don't know.
As I think the blue car back there is Vic. Real is in the back of the pack. Vic isn't in 3rd. He is currently a lap down to DB. Now looking at the gap, comes to the line. I believe he loses yet a second in between the top 2 cars.
Right now, DB still trying to build up that gap. Once he crosses the line, again, it will be 22 laps to go in the Logitech 200, the Logitech G200. I don't know why I need to add G. It's just fun. But DB right now your leader. He started, I believe, in second place. Yeah, he started second, swept the stages, and now he is fighting for a win.
DB 9/10, and we have
Pitting this time, your race leader. That's the 3 of DB. You're a one-time winner and a veteran here in Chicagoland.
I'm just gonna mention the NASCAR Xfinity race at Sonoma has started. So, but that's not gonna stop us.
DB down into pit road. Does he speed? Nope, he's good. He is good on pit road. And following him are 3 other cars that did not. Oh! And one of them misses the limiter. That's Rich. He misses the limiter. He needs to go through pit road, of course, at pit speed, come back around, and try and pit again. He missed that commitment line. He cannot pit. The 48 and 7, though, of course, coming into pit road. And the 48 gonna get in the way of that 3. That's precious time wasted on pits.
Will Napa end up lapping a 3? It doesn't quite look like it. Napa most likely pushing. He could be saving. He could also be pushing here. You want to get the 3 lap down, put the biggest gap between him and you that you can. But when Napa comes down, I don't quite think. Yeah, I don't think he will be the leader.
As Aiden comes into pit. And he speeds! He speeds on pit road. Oh, that's gonna hurt that 71 a lot. As Napa right now in the 1, your race leader. Real, what are you doing under the line? And Real's around further back! Hits the 77. The 77's around. Caution is out. Race back.
This changes literally everything. Scrap literally everybody you could have winning. It's a free-for-all.
This is gonna be insane. And lapped traffic. Lapped traffic. Lapped cars. What? This is so interesting. So we're gonna see what happens here. But now pits are closed. You cannot come into pit. Napa, your race leader, pace at 90. Everyone else needs to go around and catch up to this one. And then get in the order of the ticker.
This is a major setback, a hindrance, if you will, for the 1 of Napa, and I might go as far to say it's over. Although, I mean, okay, maybe not that far. He can still pull off something.
You guys know the order and all. Alright then, so this is going to be interesting, because Savage and Real are stuck a lap down. Savage, by default, you can't do this yet, by the way, not yet, but he does get the lucky dog, and he can pit if he needs to. Real, he can pit and stay a lap down, or he can get back on the lead lap and stay out. Of course, not yet. That is when it is the time to. Everyone else is on the lead lap.
Looking at Real, I don't see why he would pit right now. I think he's pretty comfortable.
Savage and Real should be in their positions as of, like, everyone should be in their positions as of the leaderboard.
So, I believe everybody's going to be on the lead lap.
Pits are open. Savage can take his lucky dog and pit if he wants to. Real can either pit and stay a lap down, or not pit and get his lap back. So Savage, you can go around now, and Real, you can choose if you want to or not. Okay, Savage and Real, go around. You're getting your laps back, so go around. What in the world, Real? And he just DC'd. Alright, so Savage gets to go around, 2 cars stay out, and Real disconnects. Gonna try and get this for... Oh my god.
He's a very interesting pit stop. He was in the empty box.
As the 48 of Real having lagged out, this is likely going to end his day here in Chicago. As everyone's slowly catching back, it is not GTT. Alright. Whew! That's a turn of events that I was not ready for.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, like I already said, scrap everything. It is going to be,
This is going to be hard for DB, that's for sure.
are we?
Green this time,
GTT.
GTT.
Yes,
And
it
I'll
will
do this
be
call for the restart.
a 14 laps to go. 14 laps to go on the restart. 2 WeatherTech
Yeah.
cars.
Yeah.
Second, third.
Yeah, Aiden and Napa, second, third, 2 WeatherTech cars. But anyway, I'll do the restart call and the race ending call.
Alright, so
yeah,
stop
those
talking on the last stop for you.
Alright then. But, anyways, coming towards the green flag for DB. He has control of the restart. Anyone that goes before him will be sent DTB. Here we go from Chicago. We're back underway. And DB misses his restart. He has to go by the end of the restart zone. He does not, and that's going to lead the 71 of Aiden to the race lead. Can DB rebound? Does Aiden get the run out? Side by side. Aiden going to get that run out. DB sent down onto the apron.
Aiden down the back straightaway. They're 3 wide for the lead. To the inside. He's going to take it. Right call!
Oh, man! Vic, he was the first to pit, and it works out. He takes the race lead here in Chicago.
This might be one of the most, this is going to be one of the most intense finishes of the season. If not the most intense finish. The 8 down the back straightaway leads the 71. And they go all the way down to the line. Every single car on the apron. Vic leads it to 3.
DB, he's up there now. It's a 3-car battle. Oh, and Aiden almost wrecks. He saves it. 3 cars fighting for the race lead.
And the 8's gonna have
12
a
to go.
blocking job to do. And DB to the inside for the lead.
Vic gets the run out, but they're side by side down the back. DB in the 3. Your leader once again, not quite. Vic's holding on. DB takes the lead in Chicago after squeezing the 8. And look at Savage.
I believe their teammates. They's gonna have to do something big if he wants to win this. Nearly to the bumper of the 3. I think DB's running away with
Whoa!
the last time I said that.
And almost wrecking, but they're fine. Vic in the 8. He's had an up and down season. He finally scores his first career win at Richmond, and now he's trying to steal it from his driver DB. But now DB's running away. He wants the sweep, and look at the WeatherTech cars behind Napa and Aiden.
Vic would have to absolutely send it right now if he wants a shot.
Yeah, we're at 10 to go. Aiden making contact with Rich further back.
Coming into 3 and 4. DB, I believe he's only extending his gap on Vic. Practically praying for no caution. They're pretty much just saying, no whammy, no whammy. As they come down the front straightaway.
Yeah, DB needs just this race to go green, but I don't think that's on anyone else's agenda.
Everybody else wants a caution, and some people might go to further lengths to get it. I don't know who those people are.
And look
They
at
might.
Napa now. He's back on the hunt. As is
Napa
Vic. Vic gains, Napa loses. These top three within a second of each other.
Out of all the races I've commented, that was the most entertaining restart of the entire season.
Oh my goodness. Lap 126 coming to
There
lap
goes
120. Oh, and freaking further
round.
back, Rich manages to save it. Oh man.
Under
DB.
six,
He
under
is
6:10. You go.
He is at, I believe, 7 laps to go, coming towards 6 laps to go from the Chicagoland Speedway. Napa wants to steal it.
All right.
Has down the front straightaway, Vic in third. I meant DB. DB in the lead. On lap 128 now in the Logitech G200.
Napa's faster. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm pretty sure Napa's faster. And now 4/10 ahead to the 3. Napa needs a restart here. Most likely if he wants to win off the corner. Napa in the wall.
What's the gap? 0.3. Napa's there. Napa's there. DB has got to do something. It's gonna be close late race. We might, likely not, but might be in place for a photo finish. I mean, we've seen a lot of them in practice. Who knows?
Napa straight to the back of the 3. He is immediately pushing the issue with the bumper to the 3.
Reckon further back, but that doesn't matter. Napa to the inside of the 3.
DB has to run the best, do some of the best racing of his life if he wants to steal the win back from Napa. But Napa's he's running a better line. He's doing what he can. He's pushing his car harder. And I think he's gonna win this.
I don't know, DB's still there. It's
Only
not
10
over yet.
separation.
3 laps to go.
DB trying to do everything he can to get a second win of his career. Napa, the season
Reckon
3
further
champion.
back again.
Napa, the season 3 champion, trying to get another win on his catalog. And we're coming to 2 laps to go here from Chicago. It's gonna be an insane finish.
Oh, it's not over yet, folks. And DB, he can straighten out these straightaways a lot more than he has been, but it doesn't seem like he's interested in that. Because he can go all the way down to the yellow line.
So they're gonna come off of 3 and 4. And Incel's gonna bring you the last lap here in the Logitech 200 here at Chicagoland. White flag is in the air.
White flag presented by Debit 2 Bank. Next flag ends the race. Can DB do anything? Does Napa have it? It's gonna be close here in Chicago. This is gonna be one of the closest, if not the closest, intermediate finish in a long time. Napa leads down the backstretch. What does DB have in store? He drives it in. He doesn't make it. Can he do anything? Out of the final corner! Down the front straightaway! Photo finish! It's gonna be barely Napa, I think! Oh my gosh!
It's the
Oh,
oh my
was
god.
that Napa? Was that DB? I don't know. We'll
That
have to
is
review that, and that is just insane.
the preemptive winner currently
Here
is
from
DB
Chicago.
with first on the ticker. An insane bit of 92 is on the 8. I mean, you were right when you said something about a photo finish.
We're gonna have to check that one. We're gonna go into the race replay, and we're gonna have to look at that one up close. That is, I think, the closest finish in PRA history officially. I believe it is closer than even Season 2 Talladega. It could be DB's. Everyone except for DB and Napa, I want headed to pit road. DB and Napa will wait on the front stretch for the news.
I mean, DB absolutely sent it into that last corner, missed him, hit the wall, and rebounded.
I don't know who got it. I genuinely do not know who got it.
If I do have the ticker result.
I
know.
I
remember that.
know. I'm gonna.
Alright.
Alright. So, we have a full speed replay, then we'll go down into slow motion replay here. Let me just make sure that our screen capture is ready to capture Chrome. There we go. Alright. Here we are. The race replay here. I'll share my screen on Discord for you guys to take a look at as well. This is
I will say the
interesting.
The official margin of victory.
The official margin of victory, we already know, 0.26 seconds. But who got it? Here's the full speed replay here in Chicago. It's just so close. I think it's Napa, but I'm not sure. So now we're going to go ahead and take a look at that in very slow motion here. A photo finish in Chicagoland, headed down, beaten and banging. I knew there was gonna be something. And the new closest finish in PRA. Wow. 0.026 seconds. We need to go back again. It's just too close. DB barely. Oh my goodness. DB has won the Logitech G200 in the new closest finish in PRA.
Yes. Yes. Gosh. That was Napa, bro. That was the craziest finish I've ever had in road racing. Oh my god.
0.026 seconds. Hello, DB.
Yes.
It is the PRA booth. Cruisin' Insult and Ally. You just won the Logitech G200 by 0.026 seconds. How do you feel?
I feel just flabbergasted by that finish. My heart was in my stomach at the line. Possibly like the best race I've ever had in my road racing career altogether.
Well, you sent it in and you made it stick. Last second move and it barely works out. Walk me through that final lap.
Like, the halfway through the backstretch, in my mind I was like, no, that's it, it's the end. Napa got it. But I had a thought. I was gonna go below the apron, hopefully send it just enough, and I did it. Somehow made it work. And we got to that amazing finish at the end.
Can you go behind, like right before the line? Like go backwards to right before the line? Oh, anything you'd like to ask DB here? No, like here, DB. Anything you'd like to ask DB and Ally?
Just a great race you had. What did you, what were you thinking, when Real lagged out, when the caution came out, and what were your thoughts about having to defend from basically the rest of the pack?
Was for real that gonna hurt his points a lot, and not gonna be good during the chase. But me seeing the pack behind me, they were all of them were catching me. I was just not holding my pace correctly. I was just kind of panicking in a way, but somehow I got the win.
Yeah, Nappa, go ahead and move out of the way. Like, go, like, stand on the. I don't know. I don't know. Like, go into the infield. Like, go to the Logitech G-Lo. No, just go back to pit road real quick, because it's about time for his burnout. Yeah, but just an incredible performance, and you're the winner, the new closest finish in this entire league's history. Just such a storyline. Your second career win. Congratulations. Go ahead and accelerate and turn real quick into the like accelerate and turn over to the start finish line. There we go. Good. Stop. Like, get on the apron and stop. There you go. We'll add smoke. We'll go to 0.2. And for the second time in your PRA career, DB, go crazy. That is
the best way. I'd say the best way to get your second win.
Imagine if that was his first. But no, his first came in dominating fashion. I mean, this one also came in dominating fashion. Oh, man. That is insane. I knew something was gonna happen today. And something happened today. Under the lights in Chicago, DB gets his second career win in a photo finish. Oh my goodness. And I think that is also the first photo finish since season 2. Oh, the wind's moving the smoke perfectly. Keep doing that real quick. I look like I want to get like 3 different pictures, like views of it, kind of. Oh my goodness. Burning it down in Chicago, and he'll get to go to Chicagoland Victory Lane. One more moment. I need to. Alright. And, DB, you can head to Victory Lane. But, let's go ahead and interview second place. He was so close. That one of Nappa sitting up there on his pit box. Let's go ahead and interview right here, not DB, Nappa. Well, Nappa in the one. You just finished second here in Chicagoland. What's going through your mind?
I'm not even mad. I'm surprised that even happened. Oh my god. I could have like gotten into the line, but it is what it is. I'll take second place over a photo finish. And congrats to DB for that win.
Of course, disappointing, but that gets you, once again, still going up in the points game. I think, if I had to guess, by now you'd be the new points leader in the chase, if not DB. So, a great points day for you regardless. Fighting for your second championship, I mean, what's your goal? I mean, of course, probably a championship, but other than that, of course, with next season currently scheduled to be your last in PRA.
Yeah, just want to thank Slideshow for giving me this opportunity, bro. This season has been so much better than last year, and I'm glad.
Well, unfortunately, you have to go for it next week. You finished P2 in the closest finish in PRA history. What was going through your mind on that last lap?
I was like, I got this in the bag, but then DB does the most diabolical send ever. He's able to get to my inside. I'm like, what the heck? And then I'm like, I have to door bang into the finish just to like slow him down. And I guess I didn't door bang him hard enough because he still beat me by 0.0026.
Just one 0 after the point. But wow. Well, thank you for your time, Nappa. Hopefully you can get it next week. Congratulations on the P2.
Thank you.
Headed over to Victory Lane with the 3 of DB. He just won the Logitech G200 in Chicago. We're gonna go ahead and actually quickly turn on this confetti. But Oh, wow. And what an impressive display here from Chicagoland. And, wow, just once again, DB, congratulations, second career win. It's just, wow, incredible job there. You swept the race. That's the third
Yeah.
sweep this season, DB. How do you feel about that?
I feel just insanely good because that's gonna put me so much higher in points after those two miserable races. I missed one, had a terrible race at Dover. This is huge turnaround for me, and hopefully I could do perform as good as I did this race in the next 3 races to come, and
Yeah.
hopefully win a championship.
Yeah, Napa, quickly move out of the way. DB, can you, stand on, the very top of your front window so it's like you're standing on the car? Want to get 1 or 2
Yeah.
pictures like that. Well, hopefully you're winning for weeks to come, months to come, maybe years to come, depending on how long you want to be doing this for.
Yeah.
But you just won under the lights for the second time in your career. I think you're just I think that night racing is just your home at this point, DB.
Yeah, I guess that's why they call me D Black Knight.
Yeah, and it's without a doubt a rather black night here in Chicago.
Yeah.
All right then. Well, thank you for your time, both of you. But my name is Crimson Incel. You just witnessed the new closest finish in PRA history. Let's go ahead and show that replay 1 or 2 more times once I get on the frickin' flag stand. I'll read me. But you just witnessed a photo finish here in Chicagoland, the closest in all of PRA history, 0.026 seconds here from the Chicagoland Speedway. That was your margin of victory, and DB, by an inch, manages to score it. Let's view it here in full speed. Just incredible. You can't tell. It initially looks like Napa, but DB in the 3 managed to score the win here from Chicago. Well, my name is Crimson Incel, and thank you for coming to watch this race. You witnessed the closest finish in PRA history, and I'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.